All right, everybody, at this point, we're going to be talking about the maturity stage. This is going to be the next stage in the product life cycle after the growth. You're still going to see some upward trends, maybe on the newer ads. You're still going to get lots and lots of sales at this point in time. But what's important to know about the maturity stage is that your conversion rate, and this is going to be the real indicator for you, but the conversion rate in your 3 to 4 day window is going to start to decline a little. And you're going to just see that each and every day. Say you're at 10%, you'll be at 9, 8. It's because your product has matured and it's been in the market for some time now. And really, what this is correlated to when you're talking about Facebook paid traffic is that your frequency is rising and those early adopters have already seen it and or bought it. And now you're starting to slow in terms of scaling. So again, you will notice a slight dip in your conversion rate and your scaling overall should be slowed. And you might even have a slightly ticked up cost per conversion in your longer running ads. The reason for this again is those early adopters. But now you might even notice that people are copying you. And this happens over and over and over again, regardless of what you're selling. But your success has been noticed. And someone is now selling your product. Someone is now even maybe copying your text and is pushing it to the same market. We're going to talk about why and what we do to overcome that and why we're not afraid of it happening. But our overall goal in this period is to keep sales coming in the door at current market share, which in Facebook paid traffic is your ad spend. So your ads. Normally, people would begin to scale back by reducing budgets and killing ads. I remember coming from the t-shirt world, and the second people started seeing their cost per conversion start tick up towards maybe even break even, they would kill it, especially if it's negative in ROI. But now that we have more control over what we are selling, you can do this with t-shirts too if you set it up properly. But now that we have more control in what we are selling as our lead item, we also have control of the biggest objection people have, that if we handle that, if we adjust that, we can boost our conversion rate, increase our revenue and our profit without adjusting the ad spend at this point. Now, it's important to note that sometimes, very few, this may not work, and then you need to scale back. But what we're going to do now, and we'll talk about it more in the ads section, is going to be keeping our ads constant and adjusting the price. Price is the biggest objection that people have if you put the right product in front of the right people. The last thing there is your price. So you might have somebody that got an ad right away in their newsfeed and didn't purchase. Now they click to your website, they showed intent, you might have even retargeted them, but they still haven't purchased. And what is the last thing that would cause them not to purchase? It's the price. Now some people just won't buy straight up, but a lot of people have an objection to the price. So we're going to lower the price at this stage, and we're going to pick up buyers who saw your product the first time around, but didn't buy because of that price. You know, people are very, very price sensitive. They might buy at $10, but they wouldn't buy at $11. So the best thing for you to do when your overall conversion rate is dipping is lower that price to hit the people at the lower price points. We're going to pick up new buyers who saw the product and didn't buy that first time around. That's why we're not afraid of the frequency rising, right? Because they're going to click to the website again. It's not just that they're going to be shown the ad again, but they're going to be shown and click through to the website. So we want to overcome their last objective by lowering that price. At this point, it becomes cost effective to lower the price because the early adopters have already purchased, right? The early adopters are those people who buy right off the bat in your introduction stage and your growth stage. So those people, we want to hit at that optimized price point that we talked about prior. But now we've been in the market long enough that the early adopters have already purchased. So now we want to hit the people who are still left behind and kind of the later to mid adopters who just have that price issue with you. And we'll talk more about price here in a little bit. Copycats. If we have done all the steps leading up to this correctly, they will not have our social proof because our ads have been out there for a while and sales are coming in, and hopefully people are receiving their products and sharing how much they love it. Our matured conversion pixel. We have sold tons of these now, right? So at this point in time, we have optimized ads and matured conversion pixels. And now we are better priced than they are. A lot of times when you get a copycat, they're going to either come really close to your pricing or be slightly below. Even if you match pricing with them, you're going to have the overall lead because of social proof. You're going to be the first one to the market in a lot of instances, or at least the first person using the angle that you used in the text that we talked about prior as well. This is why we're not afraid of people who copy us. And we want to keep sales coming in. That's the last thing here. A lot of the strategies that people have told you about before tell you to scale back and kill ads at this stage when they become unprofitable. We are actually going to take action to make them profitable again without killing them first, which is adjusting the price and introducing video ads, which we'll also talk about as well. Since we have control of the selling price, we can turn these ads profitable again and keep them selling. Remember, 34% plus of your sales come in at this stage and the decline stage. We have plenty of money to make. So let's go into the next section in the next video and keep talking about how to handle the maturity stage.